Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. I'm Arthie Moore coming to you live on IBGR radio station, the International Business Growth Radio Network. An absolute privilege to be with you here today. And my season, actually, we are on episode 12. And I know this is going to be sad and exciting, but we're on episode 12 of season 4, and my theme for this season was the visionary entrepreneur. And we're talking about celebrating our humanity. But before I get into that awesome subject, I want to welcome you wherever you're at, knowing and understanding that you're listening to me coming live from South Africa with our radio station based in Virginia, USA. An absolute honor to be and have been a part of season 3 and 4, and unfortunately, next week would be our finale. And we're going to be sad to leave you, but we know that you are in brilliant hands. Well done to Donna and to Bill Eastman for what they've created specifically for you, the entrepreneur and business owner. So, by the way, wherever you're at and wherever you're listening to us from, we'd love to hear from you in real time. And if you're listening to us live or on one of the recordings, you can always connect and interact with us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And not forgetting our incredible our podcasts and our and our amazing app, which is the IBGR app, always downloadable on iOS and Play Store. So what we're looking for is how can we add value to you, the business owner and the entrepreneur? We're coming to you with tidbits. We're coming to you with all of the insights of what our bad habits were, what we've done wrong, what we've done right, where we've even intrigued ourselves with things that was interesting and exciting and funny and crazy. And what we're doing is we're actually sharing a little bit of ourselves with you, the listener. And for us, it's a privilege. The privilege to be here because we have created our shows around you. And we hope that whatever we've been doing has been of value to you and that we were able to serve you in the best, with the best of our abilities. And so with that, I realized that your journey never ends. When you're looking at the journey of an entrepreneur, it is something that is really intriguing. It cannot be compared to any other institute. It cannot be compared to a job or to a calling. It is something that is built in within a human being. It is something that calls out to them. It is a passion. It is a vision. There's a purpose. There's something really unique and incredible about being an entrepreneur. So if you're thinking about it, I would say strongly, yes, please go for it. There's going to be some intriguing moments, there's going to be some scary moments. But what's amazing is that our IBGR network has been created specifically to help you along your journey. So knowing that you're not walking this journey alone is massive. I mean, that alone should give you the safety net that you need to depend on. And we're saying, please don't feel alone in this journey. We're saying to you, reach out and demand the success that you deserve by listening to the shows. Go to www.ibgr.network, download the show notes, download the podcast, interact with our on air talent from around the world, and know that there's going to be somebody there that you can connect with. There'll be something that stands out for you that just triggers for you where you need to grow, where you need to go, or whatever obstacles have been holding you back, and you just needed to hear how somebody else overcame it. And I think that's an important part of the journey. A lot of people will go through life thinking that they have to know everything. Now, as an entrepreneur, if you started off with humility, understanding that you do not have to know everything, already you are 80% of the way there. Once you acknowledge that, you humble yourself to keep asking questions of the people around you. And that energy alone will encourage and entice incredible people to want to share with you willingly. And so when you look at it from that point of view, IBGR Network has created the environment, the platform, the support structure, and all the resources that you need to take yourself from where you're at to the success you deserve. And I think that ties in brilliantly with where I'm heading today in in my show today. And I'm talking about celebrating our humanity. And the reason I wanted this to be my absolute last show before my finale was because celebrating our humanness, our humanity, is my passion, it's my calling, it's my vision. It is the very reason I walk this earth. Because to celebrate our humanity means that we see people for who they are. We make people feel seen by our actions and our words. We help to guide and support people to see that they are worth it just because we become encouragers. Now, Moore-Robberts, my incredible business partner and on-air talent, was on earlier before Tina, and he spoke about lifting the lid on potential. And I think that is so important because in order for us to lift the lid on our potential, we first need to know where we're heading in life. And then we demand excellence for ourselves. We look at what we want to do and achieve, and then we seek the people that we need to help us grow. And understanding that takes humility at a very different level. So when I'm talking about celebrating our humanity, let's start with who you are first. When is the last time you acknowledged and celebrated yourself? When is the last time you acknowledged and celebrated your achievements? Whether it is a phone call that you conquered, whether it was a shyness in standing up and giving a sales pitch, whether it was finishing a report for the first time and you felt, wow, I can do this. When was the last time you acknowledged and celebrated your own growth? You see, people always talk about a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And these are all baby steps to success. If we want to encourage people and become encouragers, we want to help to upskill people as entrepreneurs and business owners. We're always saying to people, you can do it. I know that you can finish the report on time. I know that you can make that call. I know that you can do this presentation. I have faith in you. I have belief in you. And that is excellent. However, when is the last time you acknowledged you for doing those things? When is the last time you actually stopped long enough to celebrate the fact that you overcame your own fear? And I think that's very important to understand that in order for you to give, you need to grow for yourself personally. And so when I look into the subject of celebrating our humanity and celebrating our humanness, I thought acknowledging and celebrating, as well as giving credit to our supporters, our clients, and our teams that help us achieve our success is vitally important, and it's one of the key ingredients to continue our growth as business owners. You see, when you look at the fact that as an entrepreneur, you're always fighting, you're always going against the grain, you're always moving not with the flow of people, you're going against the flow of people because you're continuously innovating. If the majority of the world is complacent and are accepting of circumstances, they're accepting that a salary is the only way to earn money. They're accepting their lots in life. An entrepreneur steps up and says, no, there are other ways to grow. There are other ways to do things. There are other ways to provide. There's other ways to create. So you're always going against the grain, which means that you are always in a position to step up more than other people do. And so when I look at the depth of what celebrating our humanity is all about, I wrote a saying with a partner a long time ago, and we said, at the level of respect, all people are equal. Now, how does that make sense when I come to the point of saying we need to acknowledge and give credit to our supporters, our clients, and our teams because of the role that they play in our success? Now, think about it. Knowing people, knowing how they think, what they feel, what their expectations are. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Not that it is powerful, just to know just to know that. It's powerful information to have in your repertoire of engagement. But to respect people in the way they wish to be respected, now that's a gift. So there's two things I'm talking into here. If you know people, how they think and how they feel, that's powerful. And when you understand how to respect people in the way they wish to be respected, being a gift means that you are at a point where you can adjust, you can grow, you can be, and you can do everything to the best of your ability, knowing that you're being of service to people. So when I look at what are some of the things that I want to talk to you about, I'm looking at compassion. I'm looking at the role it plays in building resilience and agility in your daily interactions. I'm looking at intentionality. I'm looking at how it impacts your business life and success. Then I'm talking about the success mindset, the secrets to adjusting your beliefs, and then defining you. What makes you uniquely desirable to clients? And then celebrating humanity, how to fast track and innovate your business with a diverse team. Now, all of that adds up to celebrating our humanity in business as business owners and entrepreneurs. Now, that has been a mouthful. And so I do believe it is time to take a short 2 to 3 minute break. When we return, we're going to be talking about what we need to do and how we can approach it in a way that helps us to actually build competence within our business. But in the meantime, while I leave you unattended, please go to www.ibgr.network and join us as a member of our Insiders Network. Please connect with us and interact with us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, as well as our IBGR app. We can be found wherever you put the effort into finding us. So we'll catch up with you soon.